Don't buy the Panasonic Lumix GH6. I'm here to save you a serious amount of money and frustration, because this camera isn't the upgrade everyone promised. Today, I'm revealing the 3 major problems that could completely derail your video projects. But here's what surprised me. The GH6 has one secret weapon that almost makes up for its flaws. Therefore, you need to see this before you make a $1,400 mistake. For the best price, click the link in the description. Now, if you're looking at the GH6, you're a serious creator. You've seen the specs. A new 25MP sensor, 5.7K 60p, 4K 120p slow-mo, internal ProRes, and unlimited recording. It sounds like the ultimate micro 4/3 camera, a true GH5 successor. On paper, it's a beast. But I took it out of the box and the first problem hit me immediately. It's not about the image quality, it's about the body. This thing is chunky. We're talking bigger and heavier than a GH5, creeping into full-frame mirrorless territory. If you chose micro 4/3 for a compact, lightweight rig, this is a step backwards. It feels like Panasonic built a tank. Therefore, if you're a run-and-gun shooter, your arms are going to get a workout. This is the first compromise. Let's dive into the headline feature, that 25.2 megapixel sensor without a low-pass filter. Higher resolution, great for photos, and that 100MP handheld high-res mode. For video, it promises more detail, and in good light it delivers. The 5.7K footage is crisp, the color science is improved, and the pre-installed Vlog gives you 13+ stops of dynamic range with the boost mode. That's impressive. But here's the twist that changes everything. Switch to low light. That's where the second and most critical problem rears its ugly, noisy head. The base ISO for Vlog is 800, and for dynamic range boost it jumps to 2000. You're starting from a noisy baseline. Therefore, push into a dimly lit room or shoot at night, and the noise, especially in the shadows, can be really intrusive. It's like the sensor is trying to tell you a secret, but it's whispering through static. For a camera at this price, competing in a world with fantastic low-light full-frame options, it's a glaring weakness. You'll be reaching for noise reduction software more often than you'd like. But wait, you're thinking about that incredible 4K 120p slow motion, right? 300 frames per second in full HD. That's buttery smooth, cinematic slow-mo. It's a legitimately awesome feature for sports, action, or dramatic B-roll. However, there's a catch, and it's a classic Panasonic quirk. To use the highest frame rates, you often have to jump through menu hoops, deal with crop factors, or accept different codecs. It's not as seamless as just flipping a switch. Therefore, in a fast-paced shoot, you might miss the moment while you're reconfiguring your camera. It's like having a Ferrari, but you have to get out and change the tires yourself to go over 60 miles per hour. Joke number 1. Using the GH6's full menu system feels less like operating a camera and more like trying to launch the space shuttle. I half expected a countdown sequence. Now let's talk about the third problem, and this one is a silent killer. Heat. Panasonic made a huge deal about their new heat dissipation system for all-day handheld recording. Unlimited recording time, no overheating. But here's the real-world truth I discovered. Shoot in 5.7K or high bitrate 4K for an extended period, especially in a warm environment, and the body gets noticeably hot. Not necessarily shutdown hot, but uncomfortable to hold hot. It radiates warmth like a happy little toaster. Therefore, while it may not stop recording, it affects your comfort and battery life. Batteries drain faster when electronics are warm. It's a physical reminder that you're pushing a small sensor camera to its absolute limits. Panasonic built a system to manage the heat, but they didn't eliminate the byproduct. You're essentially holding the exhaust pipe. Okay, deep breath. We've covered the bulk, the low-light noise, and the heat. It sounds bad, but I promised you a secret weapon, and this is where the GH6 does a complete snapback and justifies its existence for a specific type of user. The image stabilization. Panasonic's 5-axis dual IS2 is an absolute game changer. They claim 7.5 stops of correction. In practice, it's witchcraft. I'm not even joking. You can walk, lightly jog, even do a shaky handheld shot, and the footage looks like it's on a gimbal. It's the most effective stabilization I've ever used in a camera this size. Therefore, if you're a documentary shooter, a solo operator, or someone who hates carrying extra gear, this one feature can save you thousands on a gimbal and hours in post-production stabilization. It's the GH6's superpower. Joke 2. The stabilization is so good, I think it's secretly smoothing out my life's regrets. My bank account still looks shaky, though. Let's combine that with the other genuinely brilliant features. Internal Apple ProRes 422 HQ recording. This is huge for editors. You get fantastic, edit-ready codecs right out of the camera without needing an external recorder. The unlimited recording time means you can set it and forget it for long interviews or events. The dynamic range boost mode, despite the high base ISO, does pull impressive detail from highlights and shadows. And the new Venus engine processor does make colors pop with that high-precision 3D control. Therefore, for a well-lit studio environment, a controlled documentary set, or any situation where you can manage light, the GH6 produces stunning, professional imagery. The reliability is top-notch. It won't let you down mid-shoot. So, who is this camera actually for? Here's the resolution. The Panasonic Lumix GH6 is not for everyone. It's not for the low-light warrior or the hyper-compact traveler. It is, however, a phenomenal tool for the creator who values operational reliability and incredible in-body stabilization above all else. Think educational content creators with good lighting, documentary filmmakers who need a run-and-gun workhorse that won't overheat during a long day, and indie filmmakers who want ProRes quality in a robust package. If your work lives in well-lit spaces or you're a stabilization addict, this camera sings. Joke 3. The GH6 is like that friend who's amazing at one specific thing, like always knowing the perfect restaurant, but also shows up wearing socks with sandals. You accept the flaws for their genius. Therefore, should you buy it? Don't buy the Panasonic Lumix GH6 if you frequently shoot in low light without perfect control. Don't buy it if you need the absolute smallest and lightest kit. But do seriously consider the Panasonic Lumix GH6 if your primary need is rock-solid, gimbal-like stabilization, and ultra-reliable, high-quality recording in controlled or decently lit conditions. It's a specialist, not a generalist. It asks you to work within its brilliant but specific strengths. For that creator, it's an empowering tool. Joke 4. Buying this camera is a commitment. It's like adopting a very talented, slightly high-maintenance pet. It won't fetch your slippers, but it will make your videos look incredible, as long as you keep the lights on. Ultimately, the GH6 raises the bar in specific, crucial areas for professionals. It delivers on its core promise of being a powerful, reliable, and unlimited recording beast with stunning stabilization. Weigh the problems against your specific needs. If the pros align with your workflow, you will love this camera. And for the best current price on the Panasonic Lumix GH6, definitely click the link in the description below. Check it out, see if it's the right specialist for your toolkit. Thanks for watching.